we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. First carry now for Keyshawn Vaughn. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Vaughn. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Murray going to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 30 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mostert, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This one caught by Isabella. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Murray's going to yield to Drake on the option. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. From the gun, Murray. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. That one good for 37 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On 2nd down, it's Drake.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st down and goal to go.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
From the 44, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this is caught. It's a gain of 34. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal.
And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
For the 49ers.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Peterson. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Tack McKinley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
49er first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. There's Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Allen completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play,
and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Byron Murphy. Allen's pass intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And the half will begin with a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Watch 15. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's going to take off with it.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
I got you. I got you.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24. And this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Murray on the option. He'll give it to Drake. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 29, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
10 at the 19-yard line.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
The 12-yard line.
They'll run with Drake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Switch up, switch up.
On the option, here's Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get Allen hit? He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 15, Mike's 15. Say.
Counter play, Drake. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
3rd and goal.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Watch the screen.
It'll be Murray on the keeper. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Cardinals 34, 49ers nothing. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. He was able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And the 49er first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, 49ers.
This is Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Isaiah Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
9-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. One final try here for Allen. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And a 49er first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.